having a recruiting system, now that you have the plan together, we have to have a recruiting system. So to me, I come up with what's called an 8-step recruiting system. So that step recruiting system, step one is you make the phone call. That's your introduction call. When does step one occur? Well, step one occurs if we go back to the broker ideal weekly schedule. That occurs when I time block for prospecting for recruiting. Mm-hmm. So that is call one. And each call one is going to be different depending upon which category I'm calling. So phone call one is that. So if I'm calling that newly licensed person, it's saying, hey, congratulations, everything we just role played on that. From there,
actually, quick question on that part, specifically with the newly licensed agents. When you were a broker and you were recruiting, did you build relationships with the real estate schools in your market?
Yeah, sources. We have a thing called the Sunshine Law in the state of Florida. So any that information that's housed by the state of Florida, which is called the Department of Business Professional Regulations, is a information that can be requested. So you can go online to go to myfloridalicense.com and see everybody's license. You can also request every person who's applied for their real estate exam or their license. You can also get a list of everybody who has their license with their phone number and email address.
Wow, that's a great resource.
Most states don't have that information, but that was the source we had. There's other sources out there where you can get it. You can team up with a school. One of the things we did as a brokerage is we actually started our own real estate school. And then we paired up that real estate school with the local university because the local university did not have a real estate school. So we became the real estate school for the university, and we did a profit share margin, which to me, I wasn't looking to make money on the real estate school. I was looking for new sources of agents to come out, because if I put them in my school, most likely they're going to come to my company. You can't recruit in the school, but after the school's over, I can take you to lunch, I can take you to dinner. It's going to be an easy sell on you.
You can cherry pick the ones you like.
Yeah, and there's other sources other than the schools. We have the vendor relationships. We have, the mortgage relationship, the title company, the insurance company. All these people do business because of you. Nobody goes out there and says, "Hey, I want to buy a house because I really want a mortgage." They get the mortgage because they want to buy the house. So you want mutually beneficial relationships. This is one of the things we coach on, and you set up expectations for that mortgage lender. So, hey, you want to be my preferred lender? What do you want from me? You want people who need to get financing. Okay, great. I need you to do a good job on the financing and you take care of my customer. In addition to that, I need you to find me 2 agents a year. If you just find me 2 agents a year, we're good. Otherwise, I'm looking for that mutually beneficial relationship. Remember, you're the rainmaker.
Mm-hmm. Title and loan officers, guys. Use title execs, use loan officers. They're the ones who are talking to agents all day long. So they're going to know who's unhappy with their brokerage. They're going to know who's looking. Tap into those resources, because those are great sources of new agents. Also, you'd be surprised what the other vendors will tell you. Like if you're a Homes and Land magazine person, you're a real estate book person, if you have a sign vendor, if you have a really good relationship with those vendors and you're paying your bills and you ask them who's not paying their bills because you're trying to acquire more brokerages, they might share that information with you, which is another place that you could potentially recruit an agent, because if the brokerage isn't paying bills, then that might be a good place for a merger acquisition. But going back to the 8-step system, phone call one is that introduction call. So the flow of the call is, build rapport. The reason why I'm calling you, I got too many leads. I'm looking to hire new agents. My objective of the call is to set the appointment. So that would be the flow of the call. If I can't get the appointment there, then I have to have something of value to follow up with. So that's where we come up with step 2, which is an email. So if I tell you, Randy, hey, I'd like to get together with you. I've got this lead system. I want to work for you. And Randy says to me, well, Stan, that sounds great, but the reason I joined this other company was because my brother-in-law works there, and he said he's going to help me out, and that's why I'm going to join there. So then I would say, well, tell you what, Randy, if it doesn't work out for your brother-in-law and your expectations aren't met, wouldn't you still like to meet so that you'll have a backup plan just in case it doesn't work out there? And that usually will work, because they're like, yeah, that makes sense. And then sometimes it won't. So then they get another objection, and I say, no worries. Tell you what, I found this article that was about the 5 mistakes newly licensed agents made by mega producers that wish they wouldn't have made those mistakes when they started a career. Do you mind if I share this article with you?
And so that's a thing of value to follow up with on that call if I can't get my objective, which is set the appointment. So that goes into step 2. Step 2 is to send the thing of value within 2 days of step 1. So after I make a phone call, I have to have that email of value that I'm going to send out to them. Step 3 is another phone call that occurs within 7 to 10 days of step 1, which is, hey, did you get the thing of value? How's it going? This is why I sent it to you. And we go right back into the objective, which is set the appointment. Step 4 is if I can't get the appointment, then I send out a personal note. So that would occur within 2 days of step 3, which, we again go through it on the consulting and the broker coaching side on what do we send and what gets the best response level on that. After I send the personal note, 7 to 10 days, another phone call happens from step 3, which is, a new thing of value. I tell them. So, they go back to the flow, build rapport. The reason I'm calling you, go to the objective. If I can't get the objective, I have to have another thing of value. Did you know that, the ePro is given for free based on the stimulus package? Normally it's $150. You can get your ePro designation for free. Do you mind if I send you that information over? So for a newly licensed person who doesn't have a designation, that's a thing of value that they say, I'd like to receive that. Which moves us into step 6, which is sending a thing of email. Step 7, which is follow up. Did you get the email? This is why I sent it to you. Objective, which is set the appointment. And at this point, if I can't get you as an appointment, which I've had 4 phone calls from you, I've sent you 2 emails, I've sent you a personal note, I then set you up on the drip email campaign, which from my broker coaching clients is I'm telling them to take you now and put you into the Chime system with the auto email system, where then they're going to do it. The first 2 emails are more customized, specific from you. They're coming from your email. The other systems, I put them in step 8. And Randy, you and I can talk later about, is there a better system for you on that? Because I'm sure you have feedback on that.